now a 2-on-3 left up to Vista and Goosey to clutch up in the pistol. Thrown into it immediately here on round number 1. Vista not ready for it. Spotted. Goosey if he gets swung and goes down himself. Apple Valley coming out on top with the pistol round.
Yep, I'm on it. I fixed it.
Apple Valley coming out on top of that pistol round, folks. Apologies. Hopefully that should be solved and fixed. And now Apple Valley back on this 5-man group as they are looking over at this A site. CSP now rotating over with these 3 defenders, handling the right side of the map, but will they be able to handle what Apple Valley's bringing on this attack? Will find a couple now, pushing forward aggressively. The Spectres are out, and they are holding W. Sin Stuff gonna open up round the first blood. Underneath, Hell gonna get dropped now. Nice shots coming out from Kira at Heaven. Now a 2v3. CSP have made it interesting. Molotov gonna come out.
Last player standing.
And now it's a 1-man show. Eaton has to come out with the 1v3. Sin Stuff.
1 enemy remaining.
Wow, now with the 1v1. Eaton. Down. Does he have it? Smoke descending, freaking out. Hell, look at Heaven. Kira gonna go down. Eaton clutching up in round number 2. It was very costly for the side of ABHS, but a great rebound, and they claim round number 2. Now a 2-0 lead in this one on Ascent, but CSP will be coming back into it with that full buy. So very big opportunity for the Golden Bears to bounce back and to punch into the scorecard on this one. A great start, though, for this ABHS squad. And it could be trouble for CSP if ABHS don't get haltered early here.
Suppressing.
Early knife from Cubby. Not going to spawn anything, Sin Stuff. Maybe an opportunity to punish off that. Goosey creeping out catwalk. A little bit of a drone action coming out mid. Eaton playing off it. Remember the bonus buy in effect here for ABHS. So weaponry definitely in favor of CSP. Hopefully they can find a way to utilize that in full effect. He's still going to find first blood. Sin Stuff going to add to it a second on the calendar. 5v2 now for CSP. Well underway to claiming a round 3 potentially as ABHS grouping up in Bravo main here, pushing out now towards lane.
1 enemy
Spotted.
remaining.
Cookie finds one. The second to
down,
follow.
B.
Henry makes it 1 for himself, but will go down in the end. CSP lose 1 1/3, but find it and make it a 1-2 ball game. Good start here as the Golden Bears finding a much needed round there. You know, that's the one that normally is a tougher round to come by.
That's a good spot.
Right? It's
Should do.
for the
That's
bonus
ready.
rather. So ABHS finding one, you know, doing what they can. CSP really have to come out healthy in that regard, and they do that by staying alive. 4 players keeping their weapons, and now a good spot to be in as ABHS coming back with the full buy. Going aggressive and not wasting time. Sim is down insta, and now CSP waiting on the hinges here for what kind of push is going to come, but it's not there. And now the fast flank is out. Goosey going to go down. Traded out by Sin Stuff, and he's going to fall back to catwalk as now ABHS falling back towards spawn and looking to regather this push. But CSP have read it. They have 2 defenders back towards this A site as now Sin Stuff
Launching smoke.
it. Waiting out aggro, tries to dash back, not safe enough, will get punished. As Kira now forced back from the utility. And it's looking to be a 3v4 retake. Golden Bears going to drop another now, a 2v4. Tougher by the second as Kira.
Spike planted.
Not going to happen. Looking for the wall bang, not there either. Utility coming at him from all directions. Cookie Dough trying to peek out from tree. What will they give over? Just the cap of Brimstone. Not going to happen. And Apple Valley extend the lead to 3-1 here to open up on Ascent. A great start for the AVHS squad. Now for the Golden Bears, I believe economy is looking like a reset, potentially. Some players maybe going to buy a little, but not going to be a lot invested here. As we see the scorecard, Sinstuff leading the charge at 6 frags, followed by Duck at 5, and then it backs over to Kira for CSP. Other than that, most players yet to really get activated in this one. Still early on this opening pick. 3v1 on the scoreboard. Trying to push aggro. They look here for hellfire. Early, Henry gonna take the first duel, drops him at stairwell, now peeking towards CT, gonna find some shots through the smoke. Good work from the Jet. And now a 4v4 and the site is cracked open. Stuff has the knives in hand. The drones will pass by like ships in the night. A nice opening shot from Duck, and now the numbers back in favor of AVHS. 3v4, knife's gonna hit, and that's gonna take away the Blade Storm from Sin. Will shortly be back online, but CSP clock is ticking. You gotta get moving. Swinging out aggressively, not gonna find the shots. Kira will make it 1, but Duck finds the 3K, and AVHS back on the board, making it 4-1. And getting off to a great start for this attacking side. I continue to say it because they continue to deliver. I mean, round after round here, it's close, right? That was a save round for CSP, granted. So now going to be back on the rifles in a very crucial round at that. Economy won't be there if they fail to win this round. So a round that CSP desperately need to win if they want to remain to keep this close here. As we're going to get it back into it, CSP defending nicely towards the A site, and it's AVHS looking towards A and short catwalk side.
You want to play? Let's play.
The tour de force called in for, I believe it's Santi. Nice swing from Vista, gonna get traded out though. 4v4 now. Sinstuff, the man up next. Waiting for this tree push. Do they come A main? Do they come tree? Well, tough decisions await for Sinstuff as they are encroaching from both positions. Gonna get the smoke, but they're can't get the recovery. The dash to safety. Gets back in time. The Sinstuff except. Oh, what a beautiful hold from Goosey. Will drop off Eaton. Now 4v3 as numbers sway back into the CSP corner. Now Kira waiting at tree. Knife will get taken out. He knows one is surely here. Santi now rotating in. Sinstuff back at wine. Does he get the look on Santi? He does.
Right here.
Now as Duck creeping forward with Cubby, the duo of this AVHS squad. 35 seconds. Do they have it in them?
One enemy remaining.
Swing to his eyes. Dart comes out, but it's not to be. KO will take out his identical twin, and Goosey will close out the round. 2-4, a much needed round for CSP, as I said, and they deliver. Now staying in this one. Bye will commence for both teams, it seems. Vista gonna look for that tour de force, I think, this round. So gonna meet this AVHS squad with arms wide open and a tour de force for his troubles. And it seems as though Apple Valley leaning heavily towards this B site. I'm interested to see what Vista can offer this round. The tour de force is popped.
Revealing
Him and
area.
Cookie Dough are playing right on top of each other. The KO ultimate popped, so that tour de force gonna go away, and now no weapon in Vista's pocket. That's gotta hurt this defensive side for CSP, but they're patient. They're waiting, they're slow. Now dashing out is Henry. The same movement here. Duck gonna find the first of the round. Now Henry crept up close to this Brimstone smoke, waiting. Does anyone venture through? That's the question that needs to be asked. The drone will need to charge. Henry spraying forward. Will spot the leg, and Kira, unfortunately, will plunder. 4v3
Spike
now.
planted.
5v3 rather. Lead for AVHS. 2 members now. Knife won't hit as 2 to force back in available for Visa.
Last
He's got to
player
start hitting some
standing.
shots. Won't happen at all. Santi will pick up 2, and now a 1v5 is Cookie Dough. Not long for this world. 5v2, a flawless round, and AVHS sparked back with a bang. Great offensive look that we saw out of that one. Ultimate usage to perfection. They pop that KO ultimate, and it really shuts down the operator usage of Chamber. And CSP just not able to answer and get back into that round. You know, trades happen, but they happen late, and it was Apple Valley who came out with the numbers advantage at the end of the day. Now, one ultimate advantage on the side of CSP, so hopefully they are able to use that to their advantage in this round as the early drone comes out. A main Sid stuff surely hears it as Vista close at door will take it out, and now Apple Valley creeping up on the attack as they have multiple times before. It's Santi to take the first peek. Who will meet him? It's a potential chamber trip. They clear out their wine, their chores beforehand, and Santi will take out Vista. Smokes come out. Dashes in. Henry gonna get tagged up. Sin will take him out. Nothing else to follow. Santi at that switch position will take another. But Kira is back with Bulldog. Now a 3v3. All 3 ultimates available for CSP. Cookie Dough, a crucial opportunity now in Tree. The timing though, he falls back. Does he catch Sova? Doesn't happen. Duck is quick on the trigger. 3v2. Duck now looking for more. What to be? Maybe spots out Akira's gun barrel, but the shot's heard. Goosey creeping up closely. Gonna take him out. Evens up the numbers at 2. The score is even.
30
but
seconds
now
left.
Cubby
Last player
will take
standing.
out Goosey from mid. Will find the second as well, and a nice finisher to add to the round. 6-2. Apple Valley coming out to play to get this best of 3 underway. As now CSP desperately needing to get rolling and find a way to claw back into this one. They got to start getting some rounds on their way. Otherwise, I fear for how their attack side will look. You know, it's going to be tough. So, definitely would bode well for them to add to this defensive stat line now. And early ultimate usage coming out from Goosey to shut down any shenanigans from the main. The nade to follow, going to chip Henry once, but no follow-up. And an Omen ulti from Cookie Dough to spot out, and surely attackers noted at B main position. Spike down. Trying to ring out that Sheriff and let it sink, but nothing connecting so far. As Duck's drone going to lead the charge. Apple Valley watching the flank nicely here on the P-map. Just waiting. And CSP having the read, really, knowing that this beat stack is coming, but Apple Valley not fighting fate. That knife gonna connect as they trade side for side. Goosey's spot noted towards market. Apple Valley still waiting. 45 on the clock. Santi not spotting anything mid, and maybe starting to call back the reins now for Apple Valley. Nice catch of the mid push from Sin Stuff, though. He's done so good in the early rounds here. Finds a first blood at a crucial moment here in this game, but the B execute is underway.
30
Apple Valley
seconds
with
left.
4 players blitzing the B site. The Frenzy not going to connect and betrays Cookie Dough. Now a 3-on-4. Vista, Headhunter, not to be.
I am the hunter!
Spike
Fury
planted.
going to come out. Can't connect on the first couple shots, and not the third either. Kira
Out of charge.
trying desperately to find one. And now it's Sin Stuff with the only weapon for CSP. Has to come to life on this retake if they want any chance in crawling back into it. There's B main, but nothing here. Nobody home. They've gone.
Last player standing.
Gonna swing to his demise, goes down, and now Ethan will add to it the 3K for the team cap. Putting on for his Apple Valley squadron, and now a 7-2 commanding lead for this Apple Valley squad. Duck leading the charge, 12-4 on the Silva, and really showing up right now on this attacking side. CSP struggling to kind of read these attacks. I mean, they come out so aggressively, and they're also okay with just holding and pulling back on the trigger. I'd like to see a little bit more flanking, a little bit more info gathering coming out from the CSP squad. You know, find information at where they are not, and you will, you know, kind of be able to preemptively understand where these attacks are going to come from. Now an operator in Santi's hand, and he is definitely a force to be reckoned with. Stuff will answer in the operator department. Spike down towards B main early on here as the attackers creeping up towards this catwalk position. Goosey doesn't peek out too much, but gives a footstep. Goes for the peek. It's short. It's shallow. He flashes himself and it takes him out. Unlucky timing coming out from Goosey. And now Apple Valley with the map at their fingertips and CSP defenders on the strings. Vista, if he creeps out too much, could get the unfortunate timing in mid here, and that would surely spell disorder for the defenses on CSP, but it's not going to happen. 3 players back towards B main. Cookie Dough going to have to show up big here for the CSP defense. Waiting now, has a smoke in 5 seconds, but I don't think it's going to matter. Has the blind, goes for the spray, tags up a little bit, but not enough damage coming out. The paranoia will send out, and now
30
mollied
seconds
out.
left.
One smoke, gonna go for it, but the problem is they're already out. Chamber, the only one in B main. KO on a massive flank cubby on the rat lurk, but Sinstuff holding it. Gonna have the timing, will catch it. Cookie Dough looking for some kind of entry. Santi still not noted towards B. Are they ready for it? The Brimstone will push out. Santi will opt one, and now TP back to safety. Vista will answer. The dart is out. Will spot Kira close range. Back sight. Duck now, no HP. Cookie Dough running out of time. Has to find this Sova quickly. Playing to the smoke. Gonna go for the tab. Cookie will come out in the 1v1 and find the defuse. CSP making it 7-3 on the back of that one. Cookie Dough, big round coming out for the Golden Bears and will activate onto the scoreboard. They needed that one badly. Big step up though coming out, and a great round out of both teams. A very back and forth round coming down to a mere 2.4 seconds. Now folks getting back into it, and I gotta say, ultimate advantage on this attacking side. They have the tour de force prepped and ready to go, followed by a potential Hunter's Fury and Bladestorm on the back of this jet, and we know how AVHS have been tonight on these attacks.
You want to
they
play,
are quick to pull the trigger and not afraid to pop that stimmy and get it going. The drone to lead. How many will the knife spot? Multiple.
I can't use that.
So now AVHS, do they wait? How does CSP react? I mean, that's at least 3 to 4 spotted. And now already falling back towards top mid, but it could be fake. CSP not gathering info anywhere else on the map, and that's been their downfall. Right, they end up leaving it to a gamble as to where this push is coming from. In Apple Valley, just get to wait for free. Right, just get to wait for free. No rotation in either, and now Sinstuff leaving. This is not the call. You gotta find the information, because now CSP at a very dangerous spot, and the hit is in. And the defenders aren't here. The dash is in sight is claimed. Door gonna be closed. And now a swing is out, but it's the KO that gets dropped. They can pick him up. That's more trouble. The blind is out. Full swing in effect. Cookie Dough finds one, makes it 2 on the card, 3v3. Now Santi will find one. Goosey will tie it up at 2 apiece. Wow, what a wallbang. Santi finds another. This chamber is on a mad one, folks. Kira left in the 1 versus 2. He doesn't know both players are spotted towards main. One at wine, one playing back for Hunter's Fury. That seems undoable. Spotted at wine, Hunter's Fury online. And time chipping away. Duck will close the show, and 8 added to this Apple Valley scorecard.
Last round
Good
before
work
the switch.
on them. Yeah, and CSP now, this is a desperate need of a round here. closing out the round in the half. They definitely like an 8-4 rather than a 9-3. So approaching this one and gonna see how they get into it. Weapon getting tossed off the map. They don't need it apparently. Weapons very lacking thereof on the side of CSP. So they would have to do the unthinkable and come up with a thrifty here if they want to find the last round. Vista walking up. No kind of follow-up and gonna go down first blood here. Not the start that CSP needed. And Apple Valley gonna push the pressure. Cookie Dough tries to TP out. Doesn't happen. I'm confused. Goosey will add one for CSP's sake. And now a 3v4 retake position. And Apple Valley looking nicely into closing out, pushing it to 9-3 here at the end of this first half. Now Sin Stuff left in the 1v4. It's gonna be a tough call. Walks out, gets one, finds maybe two. The wall bang not to be. 9-3 is Apple Valley coming out of the gate swinging here, folks.
Switching sides.
Excellent start to this one, and now a dangerous spot to be for the CSP squad, who desperately need to come out with a pistol round here on this attack. You know, they are in a very unfortunate position if they cannot do so. I have to say, money will not be easy, and it will be a fight for every single round moving forward. As they are getting things prepped and underway on the CSP second half attack. Folks, thank you all for being here. The Concordia St. Paul Golden Bears broadcast. I'm your caster, Skeptor. Awesome to be back on the maps. Remember, this is an online qualifier, but Santi walking up early. Vista finds first blood, but the Chambers, they handshake and they answer with first bloods. CSP got to dig the Santi out, and they do. Sin Stuff will drop him, and now 4v3 Cubby will get that nade off and cut the timing. A dash out. Sin Stuff knows he's at Jenny. Spots him. Mua on the push, not going to find it. Cookie Dough goes down. The pickup from Sin Stuff now 3-on-2. Spotted. The wall bang is coming out, and that's going to chip him down to 11 HP. Goosey, low as well, will fall. Now Duck and Santi left Vista and Sin Stuff, folks. The Frenzy and Headhunter in hand. Sin Stuff low HP. They hear one going towards tree, and now Sin Stuff creeps back ever so slightly towards that Jenny shot.
Last player standing. One enemy remaining.
Will take out the first. The swing coming out. Can't find the second. Eaton will find it, and most definitely find this defuse. And that is ABHS coming out in a very close back and forth pistol round and doing so ever so nicely for themselves. 10-3 lead now for ABHS, folks. And now CSP definitely going to have to figure out a way to chip away at this economy here in the second round. Gonna go for the full save and try to look to buy some weaponry in this round number 15 coming up after this one. I mean, a very tough round to ask for here. Vista trying to open it up with the Headhunter. We'll see how he fares against this Marshall. And it's just through smoke. I mean, Henry, wowza, showing us the magic, folks. And Stuff will find one with that classic, and now tapping away. Counting the rounds as the reload's gonna come out. The spot is in. Sin Stuff. A nice smoke to play off of. Duck coming to back up though from the market position. Then will go down. And Santi will add to the feed as CSP now dwindling by the second. 2v4 will go for the plant, and any little bit of cash will be nice to add to the pockets.
Last player standing.
As they look to go into this next round, Santi swings out. Mua goes for the blind. Cookie Dough looking to find the last one. Won't happen. ABHS pushing it to 11-3. And now CSP up into this buy round. I mean, this is a must-win round You know, if they want to stay alive here on Ascent in this first map, they have to come out and win this buy round, folks. As we are getting it back going, folks, it's a bonus round as noted for AVHS. 3 Spectres, 1 Marshall, and some Headhunter shots for Santi. Meanwhile, CSP bringing in 5 Vandals. That's right, I said it, 5 Vandals, and they are stacked up and waiting outside of the main. Eaton will take one out with the Molly, but it's Vista to find first blood. Kira will find a second, but he's traded out by Eaton. So now a 3-on-3. Weapon advantage still in favor of CSP as the blind goes through for Cookie Dough, and it's now getting more aggressive towards this B site. The rotate coming out from Henry, and CSP taking a chance and dipping their toes in the water over at this B site. As Sin stuff creeping up now. Some shots coming out. Henry rotating over now. Smokes come out, but at this point, ready to go. Since the not going to go,
Last
Henry
player
will
standing.
find one. Eaton, a
Spike
3K
down.
on the round, and now Goosey gets tagged, falling lower on HP, and it's AVHS that push it to match point, finding success on the bonus round. CSP
Match
failing
point.
to get anything going here on this first map of Ascent. And now the full reset in weapons, but you're forced to buy because you're up against match point.
Get out of my way!
So dead.
As we get things going back on match point now, Apple Valley threatening this CSP squad and their life here for map number 1, folks.
They are so
But an
dead.
early rotate and adaptation coming out from the Golden Bears as they go back and approach top mid here. Henry going to be the defender to open up and meet them in middle. Who comes out on top right now? Sinstuff, the only member on the CSP squad to be going positive and really be finding success in these opening duels, it seems. The rest of the squad failing to get into it, you know, but now trying desperately in this up against match point. I mean, going up catwalk, a little bit stifled on their first push, but now re-approaching this A site, and it seems as though Apple Valley have the jump and stacked up in armadas over here towards this A site. 3 defenders waiting.
Standing ahead.
And it's the tour de force to sing out first. Santi will find Cookie Dough. 4 players and counting. Vista to answer back with a tour de
30
force of his
seconds
own.
left.
And it's CSP cutting their losses and trying their hand at B. I like the idea. They have to go quick because the rotation is already underway. Vandals are out. The push is in. Sin stuff will go down. Cutty to find the second. And now Vista has to find shots from B main.
Spike
Spike is in
planted.
from Goosey. Vista stuck in the corner.
Last player
Can he find
standing.
anything? It's not going to happen. And it's Apple Valley to beat CSP 13-3 to open up this best of 3. What an opener, folks. We appreciate you
important?
tuning in, and
Defenders
we will
win.
be right
Too easy.
back with map 2 action on Bind. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Concordia St. Paul Golden Bears broadcast. I'm your host and caster, Skeptor, and we are joined by the opposing Apple Valley High School tonight in the online qualifiers portion of this MNCS Valorant local LAN coming up here in May 7th, folks. The Golden Bears combating against the state champs of the MNVL Valorant League, and this Apple Valley team has shown up to play. Indeed, they took map 1 13-3, and now we approach the Golden Bears map selection of Bind on game number 2, and I am looking forward to what both teams are going to bring. We did have one adaptation on the Golden Bears lineup. CSP Jitty stepping into the maps for CSP Vista, hopping out on this one. If the Golden Bears manage to push it into a game 3, we will be seeing Vista again on the maps. But for now, Jitty going to hop in on his coveted Rays pick, known and loved all across the CSP Golden Bears Valorant streams. And across the board here, we have a couple switch-ups as well. Henry on the Rays. I believe was on the Jet last map. But no surprise, Rays being the, main duelist, if you will, here on Bind. And another interesting look, the double controller coming out from this Apple Valley squad in the Brimstone Viper. Now, used properly, this is one of the most cancerous playstyles that you can, put out defensively. I mean,
Select your agent.
And the abilities that it and options that it opens up, attack-wise, is endless because you have so many different ways to cover out your pushes. I mean, it's going to be an interesting scene here, folks, on this Apple Valley push. I'm excited to see what they have to offer, and this should be a good look for CSP. I mean, definitely going to be surprised themselves as to what this is bringing. Now, as we said earlier, ABHS on match series point here on Bind. This is a must-win map for Concordia St. Paul if they want to push things into a map 3 and find a 1-0 start to their online qualifiers portion. As we get things underway, folks, CSP Jitty checking into the server. Welcome, good sir. Wouldn't want to see him on anything else other than that Rays. I mean, that Rays is a Jitty classic, if you will. And now, the Golden Bears, whatever they got to do to find success, make it be channeled now, folks.
A gift.
Get some Golden Bears hype up in the chat. It's time. They got to come alive right about now. ABHS, I mean, showing a real dominant performance on that attack and doing so choosingly here on this second map. Choosing to be on attack. So, have something to show. And lots of aggression coming out towards B. Jitty waiting towards Kuka. Going to get a nade off. And now going to be peeking towards Garden. One goes for the insta reload and it bites him. Cubby will get the trade followed by Duck. And now they pump the brakes. Apple Valley going to go for the TP. A site's open. Look who's snuck out there. It is Duck. He's got U-Haul to himself. And now a 4v3 CSP down a man. Pushing forward. Send stuff on the chamber. A deadly look. We've seen some things that this man has done on Chamber that frankly shouldn't be aired on Twitch. Now, not going to happen that time. The double setup is too strong from Apple Valley, and the teamwork pays through. It's Duck with a 3K to start out this second map, and Duck has been shining for this Apple Valley squadron so far tonight, folks. Normally not your top of the heat, top fragger, but I mean, really getting the team rolling, and a big shout out to that individual so far. Not for the knife selection, that Onikwa has to go, it must be said, but overall, doing well on the scoreboard. Now, CSP have to show a little bit of life, have to try to take away some of these Spectres, make it a costly round for this Apple Valley squad here. On the second round, they play it for the bye in the third, as we saw in the first map.
Teleport's ready.
Hit, a nice flash from Goosey. Playing close. Fire from Santi is in. Sin Stuff will
Spike
find
down
one.
A.
But now it is only Jitty and Kira remaining. 4 attackers and these 2 defenders trying to
planted.
retake from spawn. How much can they bite off here? Thinking about the paint shells. Will he use them? Jiggle Peak is in.
Last player standing.
Swings wide, but Santi, quicker on the trigger, will find the 3K. And Apple Valley doing nicely in waves here on these attacking sides, folks. But now it is a must-win round. I've said it a few times on the broadcast so far. The full rifle buy coming out from the side of CSP in a round that, you know, really, these are the rounds that kind of decide how the game's going to go. CSP need to win it and win it in fashion, in dominant fashion. They need to keep some of these weapons in play. They need some players to come alive right now. I'm seeing a few too many goose eggs for my tasting, and they're going to have to pick it up. Goosey swinging aggro. They got the Vandals, and they're not afraid to use them. CSP going aggressive in the showers location. The smoke comes down from Cookie. And now they hold, but ADHS aplenty here at A short. Do the remaining CSP members start to rotate? Sin Stuff has that TP into shout or into U-Haul. He can choose to use it. The swing is out. They line up for Goosey, and he lines them down. A couple more will swing him and finally take him out. Sin Stuff TP into short will take him out. Now a 3v2 CSP up by 1. The TP's out from Eaton. He's cut his losses. The follow-up there, Gonzo. The double TP. He's back. You can't get rid of him. Sin Stuff makes it a 2v1, and now CSP, both of them coming out from CT. The paint shells are available. Does the dart land? Spots him out. They know his location. Good nade coming out from Jitty. The true Tom Brady of the league lines that one up, forcing the walkout, and Kira will do the dirty work, closing it out. Round 3 going the way of CSP, and they will successfully get onto the board here, folks, making it a 1-2 game. Nice bounce back round, but that is not the tough round to win, folks. It is the following round, because as you can see, money now struggling for the side of CSP. Maybe a couple light armors, maybe rifles if you can afford it. Might be some Guardians, right? And it doesn't even look like most of them full buying. So tough on the drop, but CSP gonna have to try to make some magic happen if they want to make it a 2-2 game here, folks. Full buys on the attacking side, and Apple Valley still pushing with Duck at that top spot. 5 frags for himself, doing a marvelous job here on Bind.
Scanning ahead.
Smokes come in, and Apple Valley wasting no time at showing their cards. Pushing forward for this B site. Kira waiting. The Viper's Pit pops, and he has to find 2. The swing is out, and it's Cubby. Good for the first. Sin finds 1 with the Headhunter. Can't make it a second. As the Seekers come out, and 2 ultimates committed for Apple Valley on this eco round save here for the side of CSP. So not too much of a loss, right? A lot invested here. Let's see if they can find any more eliminations to make it costly. Come on, Goosey, pull the trigger. Come on. Right, gonna spot them. You know they're in here. Say hello.
Last player
Can't
standing.
manage. And it's Cubby for the 3K. Apple Valley have been working in the 3Ks tonight. It's been a lot in their department. CSP will drop the 4th round of this match. And now, with Sin Stuff sitting atop the scoreboards yet again, you gotta wonder who's gonna answer the call on this CSP side. Money now looking at 5 rifles now with the Guardian pickup for Brimstone. I mean, somebody's got to find this first blood. They got to find a way to get control of something, right? There's just no control. They're playing reactive instead of finding these picks, working together, playing off the back of their utility. Early workings coming out for an A hit for this Apple Valley squad in this tour de force. Already a favorable angle. Goosey working with the flash, a nice time smoke, but right as that flash comes out, now not able to work off it. Breaking the dart, so CSP, they know they're here, but how many is the real question? Sinstuff has that tour de force available if he so chooses to use it. The Viper smoke's coming out, and the push is underway from Apple Valley. The flank finally coming out from the CSP squad. And the push is out. Santi will find one. Does Sinstuff peek through the screen?
Spike planted.
Can't find the timing though. 3v5 now. Goosey has to find a few. Can't do it. It's Duck. Now 5v2. CSP falling by the second. Can Kira finally answer the call? He does, but it's not anymore. 3K for Santi, and they continue to trade, dealing the hammer. 4-1 lead right now. CSP trying to find something on this defensive side.
All set up.
And now at this 1-4 scoreboard, you gotta wonder, you know, what kind of eco strategy does CSP go for? And it doesn't seem like any kind of group pushes are happening. Playing it slow and letting Apple Valley just go and continue with these pushes, and I just don't think that's gonna bring them success. These are the kind of rounds you gotta switch your fortune. Jitty finally gets spotted, so they know once here. Henry gonna go for the paint shells. The follow-up. Jitty trying to get out, will do so, but the push is up from long, and he's gonna go down. Sinstuff is here late, but he will fall. And just like that, a wide open sight. Kira gonna go down through the smoke. It doesn't even matter. The site door kicked open. ABHS 5v2, and it's Cookie Dough and Goosey trying to find something in the scraps of this round.
Player standing.
Can't find Cubby. And now Cookie Dough still trying to find his first of this one on bind here. Peeks out. They're covering it by 2. And Cookie can't find it yet. Finally, though, some weaponry going to be back in CSP's corner. And the money's just so bad that if they lose this round, they're back on a full reset. You know, there's no other way to put it, boys and gals. This is a do or die round. You either sink or you can start to try to doggy paddle into a swim here. 1-5.
That's a good spot.
And they need it. You know, there's no other way to say it. I got, you know, 3 ultimates in their favor to the 1 showstopper on Henry's side. So ultimate advantage definitely has to use it. They have to find advantage in some way, shape, or form. A good dart. They know the push is coming towards short, and a great paint shells from Jitty. Gonna chip Henry a little bit. Nice, Jitty will find first blood as well. The smoke kill comes out, Cookie will fall, and that's an ultimate in that. So a big pickup for ABHS now in the 4 versus 4, now 2-1 in the ultimate categories.
Satchel out.
Satcheling back to safety is Jitty. The push spotted towards A short now. And ABHS stacked 2 and 2 here. 2 short, 2 shower.
Out of
Approaching
charges.
this push, the Brimstone waiting for the smokes to be dropped.
Scanning ahead.
Kira's dart will land, but destroyed instantly. So they have to know something dangerous lies on the outskirts of these A short waters. Showers also not safe. Kira holding it down with this Bulldog, a trailblazer.
Fire in the hole!
Surely in his future, the smokes come into his aid. Fortunate for him.
30 seconds left.
Gonna play him and walk through. The showstopper will take out Jitty, and now
Spike
a 2v4
planted.
CSP. Not in a favorable position by any means. Goosey trying to make it back. 1v3 now, or 2v3 rather, as the ultimate, and I don't think it's bad to pop here. This is a big round, but the more time you wait, the more time it's not necessary. I mean, the
Player
swing is
standing.
out, now 1v2.
1 enemy
Goosey
remaining.
makes it a 1v1. swinging out Eaton towards triple. Did he spot him? I believe so. Time ticking away. Goosey, maybe not. Jiggling back towards Showers, and I don't believe it anymore. The swing is in. Goosey finds it. Has to get on the defuse. It's going to be close, folks, but I think he's got it. I think he's done it.
Clutch.
He does. 0.42 thanks to Jackie Robinson on the call. 2-5 CSP finding a way to get back onto the scoreboard. I don't care who you gotta thank for it. And now still ultis looking good for their favor. 4 of them now available. If CSP are gonna make some sort of a comeback, it's gotta be now. Only the Sky Seekers available for Cubby. And some remarkable scoreboards being displayed by the opposition. Santi at 10-3, Cubby at 9-2, Duck at 7-2. You gotta pay respect where it's given. Goosey stepping up to meet Sin Stuff, but still a little bit more required if CSP want to make the best out of this one and make it more of a game here. Cookie still looking, and I'd like to see a little bit of that Brimstone ultimate usage, right? Apple Valley, they tend to get so bunched up and grouped on their attacks. If only they knew. Popping a Brimstone ultimate would surely take out at least 2 to 3 half HP bars, and maybe even a kill, folks. So definitely going to have to do some research back on this one. But that's a tip for the future usage, folks. Still now a Brimstone ultimate available, and a quick hit from Showers coming out. Apple Valley pushing it through and going for a quick plant. The headhunter's out, but Sin Stuff can't find anything. The ulti's in, but it won't cook a single thing. Showstopper comes out from Jitty. What can he find? Finds one. The shorty's out. No way. Dodging bullets like the Matrix will find a Phantom for his troubles. And they pump the brakes. Apple Valley getting out of dodge. Now a 2v3.
30 seconds left.
But the clock running out, and I still think a B hit is in their future. CSP gotta realize that something is up. Now the Brimstone rotating over. Cookie Dough gonna have a lot on his plate. Now a 1v3 for now is Jitty late on the rotate, but
Spike
gonna
planted.
have to buy time. Going for a little bit of a wall bang. Does he know that they've
One
gotten off
enemy
towards his elbow? It doesn't matter. Jitty hit in spawn, and Henry will close it out 6-2. It's Apple Valley, folks, really getting it underway in this one. CSP struggling to find their times to strike here. You know, is really the way it seems. I mean, it seems Apple Valley going in streaks and finding plenty of success wherever they so please. And if not, they rotate, right? There's not enough of that flank threat coming out from the CSP defense sides. And it's just something that it shows for work. So how can CSP adapt right now in the mid game to answer some of these Apple Valley pushes? Because a B hit seems to be underway as Henry being the sole lurk towards that A site, and it's Goosey and Kira waiting now at Bravo. Gonna have to shut this push down if they want any sort of success in this round. Knife won't spot. Maybe 2. A nice nade to follow. But Goosey now chipped to half HP, and it's all 5 players here from Apple Valley. A quick push is underway. Henry satcheling on top of site. Goosey not ready for it. Kira will go down, and it's Henry for the 2-piece. And it seems as though the CSP
Spike
defense
planted.
is broken early. Jetty trying to clear elbow. It's not safe though. Eaton tags him up with, I believe, a Dank, and Santi will take out Sin Stuff with that judge.
Last player standing. Flawless.
And an absolute flawless round coming out from Apple Valley. CSP, I mean, really struggling for this. I just fail to see where they are going to find the answer right now on this defense side, the way Apple Valley is playing the strings on this attack. Dancy now at that double-digit mark, 13, and he has that, I mean, tour de force in the back pocket. What a show-out performance right now on the opposing chamber. 7-2 lead for this first half attacking side from Apple Valley, and really showing to be a true threat come this MNCS Valorant tournament in May 7th, folks. Nice ulti coming out, gonna cook the opposing Brimstone, and Henry gonna add to it. Taking out They're doppelgangers,
Spike
folks.
planted.
5v3 now in CSP already. Chances for this retake dimming. Utility already low. Sin stuff caught on the flank. And Santi's playing a shorty. I mean, to make things any trickier. Goosey, do you expect this? And a Phantom as well. I mean, take your poison. Goosey will go down to Cubby. And now it's Sin stuff waiting. 1v5. He's got 8 shots. Make it 6. Won't find any more. And it's 8-2, folks. I mean, Apple Valley almost close to punching their ticket with a dominant 2-0 and making it a 1-0 start to their online qualifier portion. CSP got to find a way to snap back into it if they want any hopes of turning this game back. I want to see both these rounds going their way, making it an 8-4 half. They got to show something. They got to switch it up. I mean, you know, in times like these, you know, when nothing's working, you got to give them a new look. You got to give them a fake, right? We haven't seen too many
You want
stacks,
to play?
too many
Let's play.
sold defenses. It's Apple Valley leading the dance. Trying to go back aggressive showers, but he gets stunned up. Smoke is here. Nice shot from Goosey. Will claim one through the smoke now. They know another is shortly on the other side now. The flash is out. A couple leaning towards A short, and now Sin stuff. Henry v. Sin stuff
Destroyed.
breaks him, saw the Vandal. Sin will get that duel, and that's a very much needed duel. Good job on him. Santi now posted up in short. And he's got a judge now, but he's also got the tour de force. There you see it. That's the one you got to watch for. Peeking towards top box, and it's Eaton creeping up towards Puka. Does Sin stuff see it? He heard the steps, and it's Eaton catching him by surprise. There's no way Sin was ready, and I bet you he's upset. 2v2, and it's CSP on the retake. Goosey quick on the flank. Santi ready for it. Goosey is not. Early Hunter Fury. Kira not going to find any tags, and now Santi's got the angle. And I fear for the chances here. And he shows why. 3K for Santi, 16-4 now. That tour de force putting in work for this AVHS squad. Only one round remaining here, folks, in this first half. And it's Apple Valley pushing forward with, I mean, a potential double-digit first half. And it's CSP fighting to stay alive. Gonna need some kind of turnaround this round and in the following few here, folks, if they want any chance at turning it back around.
Teleport's ready.
Sin stuff shooting out a couple shots, but not going to find the mark. Duck will find first blood on the opposite end of things. Jitty going down on that end, but now the TP's coming out, and this is what Apple Valley's been doing. The quick hit coming out A. Cookie Dough going to have to go huge here with Goosey. Cookie Dough has to have that gun out at the ready, trying to spam through the smokes. He finds the headshot.
Spike planted.
Can he find any more? It's Kira to answer.
One enemy
now
remaining.
only one up. It's Santi at short. The defuse getting tapped. The spam is out. Finally will find the headshot. Makes it another. Santi. Kira will finally close the show and clutch up for the side of CSP, making it a 9-3 half. And now it's time to see if the 9-3 curse is
Switching
a real
sides.
thing, folks. As CSP getting their attacking half underway, is Apple Valley showing us their bind defense.
Teleport's ready.
And this is where it gets interesting. You have this double controller set up so you're able to really manipulate the way that these attackers can approach their hits on these early rounds. We'll see how it fares on this pistol as they have the Sky and Viper set up towards this B site, investing the wall already. It's CSP. How do they respond? Sky playing aggressive. Gonna look for a blind. Doesn't follow with the peak. Do they TP over? Oh, and Jitty gonna get chipped down to 34. That is not light damage. You blow on him and he'll fall over. The TP comes out as well now. Santi stacked over on Bravo. 3 defenders waiting for this Concordia St. Paul push. But Sin Stuff lands the headshot. Marvelous work from the youngster. Now as the rotate is out, Cookie Dough doesn't have the weapon at the ready. There's 2 in showers.
Down A.
Nice shots from Kira. CSP need a whole lot more of that if they want to find success here in half number 2, and it's Sin Stuff to repeat and find his second of the round. Goosey protecting the planner. 1 coming through showers, 1 at heaven. Duck will strike from heaven. Cubby unknown towards showers so far. Do they expect it? Swinging out, Sin Stuff playing underneath heaven. Gonna spot potentially Duck and Cubby gonna work together. The flash is in. Duck swings out. No attackers spotted just yet. Sin Stuff now watching the cross. Cubby gonna get tagged up.
1 enemy remaining.
Will go down eventually. Sin Stuff and Jitty gonna make it happen. And Sin Stuff will find a 3K on the pistol, fighting to put the Golden Bears back into this one. Nicely done by him, folks, as it is now 4-9 in this one. Golden Bears gonna have to answer back with another one in round number 2 of the second half. As we see how the attack commences, as seems to be a full save coming out from the Apple Valley squad, an investment of a shorty for Duck, so trying to play that close angle, trying to catch someone off by surprise. Nice pushing kill from Kira will shut down that Santi push early. That's a nice one to find. You take out that top fragger, and you really open up some doorways for this attack push out of CSP. Goosey not going to check his corners. Captain Price would be very frustrated with him as he's going to go down, and now a 4v4 and an opportunity for AVHS to walk in and steal this this eco round. Cubby fighting Sin Stuff. He will find the Michael Jordan peak onto Sin. That is unfortunate. And now a serious shot at robbing this round. Jitty has to find double from the Showers peak. No, now. Does he peek close? A nice molly. Jitty!
Last player
They're
standing.
out! Henry with the 3K, and now it's up to Kira in the 1v3.
Standing ahead.
One isn't ready for the follow-up, and it's AVHS that round. They rob round number 2 in the second half, and really dampen the light here for the Golden Bears forces. A tough look now as we approach 10-4 in weaponry, looking opposite. Golden Bears thinking about a save in Apple Valley on the full investment. Rifles aplenty.
Satchel out.
As we see CSP back onto the eco round here, folks. 2 Bulldogs to the Apple Valley defense. And an early trail. Tasmanian Tiger coming out, clearing out long. Cubby now thinking about clearing close. Ethan gonna find the first of the round on Kira. So down 1 early, and it's a 5v4 advantage. VHS and Henry pushing forward, finds 1. Jitty with the trade, but will go down himself to Eaton. Now a 2v4. Sin Stuff trying to find a Vandal, but will get mowed off. Can't find the headshot, but tags Eaton in the shoulder. A nice jump across from Goosey, showing his athleticism and why he ran track for so long. All state right here. As they now approach this A site, a nice flashbang is out from Goose. Peeking out towards Showers, but the flank is in so quick. They're not ready for it. Duck is out. Sin Stuff TP's away, but he left the spike.
30 seconds left.
30 seconds. He gets 1, but how many more? Debating the TP. Eaton, go ahead and go for it. The stimmy to open the gate. the TP, and Duck finds the wall bang. It's AVHS, folks, now approaching this winning mark. 11-4. CSP gonna have to force up what they can, and if this round goes sour, the chances are looking, I mean, very unfortunate here. You know, it's this squad is very, very dangerous, especially when in these I'd say end game scenarios. You know, a few rounds of closing out, Apple Valley gonna start to show you those quick flanks like they did in the previous rounds. So CSP definitely going to have to keep their heads on a swivel and continue to check their sets. Nice op shot coming out from Santi, going to take out their initiator early, so it's going to have to be off the back of Kira here. But he's over towards the Showers position, nowhere near his squad, so utility not going to be able to be used together. And I mean, CSP got to regroup if they want any shot at coming back into this one.
Out of charges.
As we see CSP grouping back up towards B now. Here with his teammates. He's going to try to pull the trigger and go. Sin stuff already super low on HP. Kira will find the first, but now pulling it back. And it seems like they want to go for the full rotate. They are walking right into Santi. A very dangerous target to be approaching.
30 seconds left.
Let's see if the Golden Bears are ready for him. As he misses the first op shot. And Jitty will clean him up. Golden Bears with an opening and will be able to get out onto this site. Two rotators coming in through CT and Ethan on the long follow. Jitty playing up towards heaven. What can you offer for us? Will drop and gives that sound cue. So Apple Valley gonna know one fell off. Shower and U-Haul the other positions. This is a round that CSP has to come out on top of it, folks. The wall bang's coming out. Jitty's position is known and he is dealt with accordingly. 3v2 now. CSP have to find the next frag of this round. Cookie Dough comes up big, but Kira will drop now. 1v1. Cookie Dough, make it happen. He does. Clutch for the Golden Bears and a 3K for the controller. Great round from Cookie Dough. CSP stalling off that match point, and that is something that could not be more crucial right now, folks. Trying to fight to claim anything in this one. Apple Valley, such a force to be dealt with. I mean, Santi pushing 20 frags in this one. Duck up at 16. And I mean, the rest of the squad over at CSP struggling to fight to be positive. I mean, it's been a war nonetheless. Apple Valley, one of the toughest in the Midwest. So excited to see what both of these teams are going to offer come May 7th. As we continue to cover the MNCS online qualifiers, folks. Thank you all for being here. Make sure to give the stream a follow. Yo, hook your boy up with the follow on Twitter. I'm down bad. Skeptor on Twitter, you know what's up. The Viper's Pit popped here on the B site. A nice frag found in the Showers location from Goosey. The Molotov comes out from Eaton, falling back towards U-Haul. And up in heaven is the Rays. Apple Valley trying to alter this push, but CSP doing a good job of getting out on a site here. I wonder if Sin Stuff can find another frag from his positioning. Now we'll find Eaton with the iPad out. Not gonna happen. A nice Molotov as well followed up. Goosey spotted one drop, and Duck gonna find the headshot. Big shot coming out from the Viper. Kira now with his Guardian. That's a classic. As Jitty on the God flank. Jitty, give him the magic. I mean, has the paint shells, can bank him off triple if he wins the geometry class.
Remaining.
Well, the paint shells go absolutely sideways, but the Spectre spray is on par. CSP will find another round and make it 6-11 here, folks, as they continue to battle back these Apple Valley forces. I mean, trying to make it more of a game, you know, this it's getting closer every round they get to, forcing Apple Valley onto the same round. So a good shot at making it 7-11 after this, but Apple Valley have claimed a thrifty prior in this series. So still a dangerous team and one that you cannot underestimate. Punch is coming out. Fast rotate is in. CSP go huge. And Goosey's on for 2. Looking for the close corner.
One
Doesn't
enemy
check
remaining.
it. CSP got to be kicking themselves with these close corner clears at this point. Good round nonetheless, though, as CSP do come through and make it that 7-11, continuing to battle back. And now Apple Valley back onto this bye, and this is the point where it gets sticky, right? If CSP find another round, it's another economy reset coming out for AVHS. So it gets a little dicey, and it happens to be a 2-round deficit if CSP can really start to push things together. They have 3 ultimates available to Apple Valley's 2. So I'm very interested to see if CSP have the mental fortitude to push things into overdrive and continue to make this a game. The fast Brimstone ultimate comes out, but it's red. Apple Valley don't have any players in the U-Haul location. As the push starting to happen for CSP, the paint shells being jiggled back and forth. The quick push is out. Sin gonna take out first. Cubby finds Lucy and now falling back, but Sin gonna get caught by Henry in the rotate coming out. Nice pickup frag from Jitty. Had to find that now as it is a 2v3. Cookie Dough going for the plant, and Santi approaching, has the tour to force. Jitty spotted like a skeet shooter out of the sky, gonna go down. You can't pull that against Santi. I've seen it too many times. Cookie Dough now, and the 1v3 has to put CSP on his shoulders. Can he do it? 11 goes for the reload. Can't do it. It's Apple Valley pushing things to match point, folks. And it's CSP now really starting to sweat and feel uncomfortable in this one.
Don't even start that shit here, mate.
Match point.
Man. And a timeout coming through finally for this attacking squad, but now you're reaching this match point and you're reaching, you know, a good buy nonetheless. Going to be able to pull out some ultimates, pull out an operator or 2. CSP desperately in need of pulling off the miracle run here, right? It would be 5 rounds unanswered to tie it up, and that would be just a tie, right? That's to push things into overtime. That's not even counting the rounds following. So really have their back against the wall here against the defending state champs of the MNVL Valorant League, folks. No jokes over here on this AVHS squad. This CSP squad has been improving, some additions to the team, you know, and good team improvement nonetheless, but still, you know, these are state champs for a reason. You cannot put it past them. Santi lighting up that scoreboard tonight, followed up nicely from his squad mates in Cubby and Duck. I mean, all down the board, it's positive scores, and I mean, good work coming out from AVHS. They've been on attack in both games, folks, you know, so not to be taken lightly by any means. CSP now put the timeout to use. Let's see how they approach on this attacking side. You know, I kind of want to let this round speak for itself and really see what their approach was. I want to see if I can kind of dissect it myself. So 1 trip set up, and other than that, no prior setup and nobody else moving with them.
B.
First blood going to be handed directly over to the defending champs. Apple Valley up a man now in match point, and I'm going to tell you, the Wolves are hungry. They can smell the blood, and now CSP desperately rotating back towards a site. Henry playing in the Brimstone smoke. The Boombot going to try to clear out. Henry going to fall back and let it pass. Has to destroy it in the end of the day, but now CSP have to find the next frag if they want to combat and get into it. But Henry's got to judge. This could go so poorly, but the smoke has to dissipate soon. Jitty, are you ready for it? The flick's going to have to be on. I mean, it's Raze v. Raze here, folks. Jitty climbing. He has the high ground. He's not ready for it. The jump peek. And Henry will falter. Cookie Dough will swing out and drop him. Cubby takes out Goosey. And now a 3v4. Jitty goes high with the showstopper. Will pop one out.
30 seconds
Won't
left.
find anything. The plant will go down. And I think that's Cookie's life as well. Now a 2v4 for the win. Sin's gonna go down. We'll find one. On the bench, his location. Stone, the pre-fire.
Player standing.
City will drop, and it's ABHS. Finding a 2-0, folks, tonight here in the online qualifier. Thanks for tuning in to the Golden Bears broadcast
Defenders
here.
win.
We appreciate all the viewership. Make sure to give it a follow. We will make sure to continue to show the journey here in the online qualifiers and hopefully whatever more action we can come land day. So make sure to stick with us. As always, thanks for tuning in, folks. We will be with you next time with more Valorant action.
Yeah, GG.